Welcome back on Africa Business Radio. It is a special month, a special week, a special day. Happy International Women's Day to you listening to us from wherever you are in the world. And yes, it's still the theme, choose to challenge.
Choose to challenge.
That's what we're talking about today, guys.
Right.
And it's very, very fitting now, especially now, because the world is trying to drive towards a period of inequality across all sectors.
Right.
And on our guest segment today, we'll talk about how that is going in the world of business and a little bit of how it is also in politics as well.
Absolutely. You want to stick around for that, learn a thing or two. And like I always say, for young women who listen to us every time, you definitely will learn stuff and then, know how to navigate better, maneuver the skills and hurdles in your area and in your field, right? So, like Rachel said, joining us shortly, we will have Taiyese Ebunlomo Boluwatife, who is an event consultant and team lead at NPU Events. Now, that's an event planning firm with vast experience with numerous clientele. So amazing stuff. So it's a firm into event planning, consultancy, rental, and logistics. And then you know that if you do start something like this, you know that the business is draining and demanding. You have to deal with so many people, and Taiyese has been able to manage that greatly over the years. And trust me, we'll have an interesting conversation with her, and you could learn a whole lot of stuff from this conversation.
And she's doing a lot, trust me. She's an event planner. She has bagged numerous awards for her entrepreneurial skills, and of course being a vibrant personality in the event industry within Southwest and beyond.
Amazing.
And a lot of stuff is just going on. She has she's also inspiring young girls to get better at what they're doing and to just be out there, which is what the International Women's Day is about. Good morning and thank you so much for joining us. Happy International Women's Day to you.
Good morning, Taiyese.
Thank you. Good morning. How are you all doing?
We are doing fantastic. It's an amazing day and we cannot feel any less. It's a great day. It's International Women's Day. Across the world is the talk about choosing to challenge. And so, it is a fantastic day today. And thank you so much for joining us.
Anytime.
Now, so let's talk about, what today is about for you as a business person, as a career woman. What does the International Women's Day mean for you and for your sector as a business-oriented woman?
Okay. Personally, first of all, I'm excited I'm a woman. So if I'm going to have an opportunity to be born again, I would also still like to be a woman.
Nice.
That's because of our superpower. Like, we carry so much superpower that there's absolutely nothing you cannot do. Especially when you meet somebody who is very strong, who is very resilient, who is very intentional about what they do. You see people like that, you see women like that going against all odds, in making sure that they're exceptional at what they do. And being an event person, I'm into the event sector, which is quite, dominated by a lot of women. Yes, we have a couple of men here and there, but fantastically well. This is an industry that brings billions into the Nigerian economy anyway, every year, even regardless of the pandemic, and that means that we're doing very, very great at what we do. The event business is a very large one. Some people are in the event coordination, some people are in rental, some people are in the decor industry. So it's a lot. It's a multi billionaire industry, and I'm excited to be in that sector, and that I'm doing very, very great and exceptional in what I do, basically.
Amazing. And, of course, the goal, the drive has been to attain equality across sectors, attain equality in the business space, in organizations, in the economy, in politics as well. Especially politics. That has been like the common barrier, globally. We see that some countries are doing way better than some when it comes to female participation in politics. But then there's still, a huge gap to be met. So, in your opinion, do you think that women need to pile up credentials? Because voters seem to see men as more qualified. They seem to see the male figure as the decision makers, the ones who can actually stand up and make decisions for a country. Do you think women need to pile up more and more credentials to fit in?
Okay, personally, I think for one, it's because the female is seen as a more quiet gender, we're seen as a more weaker vessel, we're seen as, this person is very fragile. We're not sure if they're going to be shaken, if by any threat. Politics, we're in Nigeria, and politics is almost like a dirty game, whereby a lot of people think that, would a woman be able to stand against all of these odds? Will they be able to stand when the fighting comes in, where the, people throwing stones here and there, people doing all of that? Will they be able to withstand, that stress and everything that comes with it? So I think it's left for us as women to come, because truthfully in the organization where I work for, where I belong to, we have a lot of females in the sector. Our governor has made sure that, the past governor and the present governor has made sure that women are in elective positions. Go say right now, our deputy governor is a woman anyway, so it means that we are beginning to give a lot of women opportunities. So I think for us as a woman, as women, basically, I think we need to go beyond that. I just want to. Even men that are vying for different positions, different portfolios, they also have credentials. They also have all of these things to make sure that they vie for that position and they get it. So it's left for the women folk as well to also do everything possible. Like this way, because you are even seen as a weaker vessel, there's a likelihood that they might not even take you. So if you not do everything that you can, just to make sure that your portfolio is complete, you're very strong, you're resilient, and that everything you're dishing out, you're making sense. This way you're believable. People can say, when you bring that person, you're sure that she's going to be a very good policy maker. And all of these things don't just happen. It starts from you as a child, your primary school, your secondary school, even in your university. A lot of people must be able to come out and say, this person, maybe when you were in school, you were the deputy SUG president. Maybe when you were in secondary school, you were this. You always, you're always rising up for people. You're always, standing for what you believe in. Of course, a lot of people will believe you, and it takes now you yourself to push yourself out there, basically. Right. So I think it's the same thing on both sides. Male will bring out their documents, the females will bring out their documents. It's just that it takes a lot more, to be believable, for people to really, really believe that you're serious, to take you seriously.
So I was having this conversation with someone, and she was of the opinion that, you see, the problem of women, she said, the problem of women are women. We do not really support ourselves as much as we need. We are always ready to cry out, okay, we're not given the platform, men look down on us. But at the end of the day, she is saying that women do not really support women as much as we need to. So do you think that the playbook changes when women run against each other?
Okay, that belief is I really would not want to believe that now, because the truth is that we're beginning to change and we're beginning to fight for the same cause. I can't be saying I'm fighting for equality and you are fighting me because probably I'm prettier, probably because I'm this. Those are like very, very flimsy excuses not to support another woman. If you find a woman who is doing well, I think it's left for all of us to come together to support, that person. And, women supporting women thing as much as possible. Like I've been to social media today and I've seen a lot of people say, thumbs up, you're doing well, this person is doing well. Everybody put out their pictures. I'm a woman, I'm this and that. So if any woman now comes out to say, okay, fine, if all of you, because the truth is that it takes a whole lot of strength to actually come out as a woman to say, I want to vie for any position. So if anybody now comes out, out of 10 people, maybe 2 or 3 now comes out, I think it's left for us, the rest of us, to say, that this person even come out, I have to support this person. I have to go all out to support her. So I think the song will continue to be going about, telling people that you don't need to tear yourselves down, because divided we fall, together we rise, basically. So it's left for us as the women folks to just come together and give whoever is going to come out to support us a chance to actually support us.
All right, fantastic. So there's also this thought that, as a woman, if you vie for a position, you whip up a lot of votes based on sentiment. So people just naturally gravitate towards you. Oh, she's a woman. Oh, we'll support her. Look at her. Vote for her. So is this really true? Does it aid this campaign strategy in any way if you emphasize that, hey, there's a woman coming out to vie for this position? Is it a successful campaign strategy?
Yeah,
is it something that,
yeah, I think that's a correct, let me say an assumption. I think it's a correct assumption, because the truth is that, as women, I can just be talking to you right now and I might just break down into tears. As a woman, you're trying to, there's this thing that you want to instill that, like what I'm saying, I need you to believe it. I need you to see me. I need you to understand what I'm saying. So out of the time when we are talking, we whip up emotions.
Yes.
That's the truth, and that's the correct thing, because you're going about saying, we're fighting for our children, we're fighting for our children's future. We don't need them to continue like that, and all of a sudden you just break down.
Right.
And so the truth, and because it's just us, it's just who we are by nature. So somehow, like I said earlier, the fact that you're even coming out in the first place to say, what, against us, because I've seen different politics that a woman will be against like two different men in the same fighting for the same portfolio.
Yes.
I think as a woman you get that pretty vote. You would always get that pretty vote.
Okay, let's talk a bit about the My Grand Event Ogun State. That's an awareness program that you're working on. You've been working on for some time now, and of course I'm expecting that it's going to also hold this year. It's meant to serve as a platform for all event vendors and business owners to exhibit, to learn and showcase their brands, and also sell their services to the world. It was a huge success in 2017, and up until date, it's become a yearly event. Tell us how you intend to put the girl child in the picture now and make sure that they are carried along in this particular program in Ogun State.
Okay. Basically, we've been making sure that half of the time when we do programs, when we have seminars, when we have talk shows, and we have things like that, we always encourage the women folk, those who are in the secondary school, those who are in the university, those who just graduated, because there's a lot of effort that you need to put into it, because you're even a girl. So we tend to make sure that whatever that we're doing, that we involve every girl child. Now, take for instance the kind of events that we do. The event business basically is dominated by the women folk, and that's the truth. In all aspects, whether you're doing even fashion, you're doing wedding dresses, you're doing bridal hair, you're doing makeup, you're doing decoration, you're doing styling, you're doing rental. Maybe half of the time, a lot of when you're in the rental world, a lot of men are into that. But for the event industry, half of the time you find women. So personally, what we intend to do for this year, we didn't do it last year because of COVID, and for this year is that at the end of everything, at the end of the exhibition, at the end of the program, we'll select a few persons, maybe about 20, maybe about 50, however way our sponsors or those who will be exhibiting would like to take them and say, what, you have been in this business for a lot of years. We need you to impart in knowledge. We need to help this person. And of course, we're going to limit it to a particular age and all of that to make sure that at least we're doing our own quota. We cannot do it all. But as part of the programs, as part of the things that we intend to do for the year, is to ensure that each of the exhibitors, each of the business persons who are at least at about 10 years in their industry should be able to sponsor at least 2 to 5 persons in the trade that they currently do. Just to impart knowledge, and sometimes it's not even by your BSc anymore, it's not by your certificate anymore. You need an handwork, you need an entrepreneurial skill, to actually get better.
Right. Great job you're doing. Amazing stuff. You're inspiring a lot of women, and please kudos to that. That's what the International Women's Day is about. And thank you so much for joining us.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for joining us, guys. We've had the pleasure of speaking with Taiyese Ebunlomo Boluwatife, who's team lead of MPU events, and she's an event planner. She's done amazing stuff. She's bagged so many awards. She has great stats, and she's also, more importantly, always looking out for the young Nigerian woman. God bless you for everything you do, and thank you for speaking with us.